Damn! Yeah, I'm super confused. I'm kind of confused too, but in some way I'm like, no, I'm not confused because this is just one great big middle finger. And it's not even done yet, is it?
Nope.
We got an epilogue in this bitch, don't we?
Yep.
God damn it. Fine, let's see the fucking epilogue.
Look, the Golden Witch has prepared a gift for us in commemoration of our stay. That's so nice of her.
Bullshit!
Thank you, Beatrice!
No, what the fuck you want? What do you want?
Beatrice is my favorite, so I'm sorry if I'm a little biased. There it is, a tea party! You've done well to make it this far. Have you enjoyed your stay on Rakanjima? The Golden Witch has granted you the Golden Witch has granted you an invitation to her tea party. We hope that you choose to attend. Are you guys ready for a tea party?
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then.
Oh no, we're going.
DK, play the song of my people. Play the song of my people, because it's time to go fuck this shit, I'm out. See, we're in purgatory. We're in purgatory. Good things don't happen in purgatory.
Hey, everyone, congrats on finishing Umineko no Naku Koro ni. Man, I still didn't have a clue what was going on when the story ended. So, just what happened? Was that basically the bad ending? Where time runs out before the culprit gets exposed?
My thoughts exactly.
No. Definitely a bad ending. Oh.
That's right. Beatrice's letter, which Maria Chen read on the first day, did tell us in advance to solve the riddle of the epitaph. We were all so busy trying to protect ourselves and look for the culprit that we didn't even take a shot at it.
That's right. If we had actually tried to solve the riddle, maybe things would have ended differently. I wonder about that. Shannon-chan, you did a good job too. You don't have to be our waitress at Surf Tea. After all, this is a rap party. As a group of people who met a horrible fate, let's all get along and lick each other's wounds. Lick, lick, lick.
Ew!
Speaking of a horrible fate, Shannon beats the rest of us hands down, doesn't she? I don't know, you guys kind of got torn apart, so... she was such a beautiful character, so I thought she'd definitely survive until the very end. But she was killed right in the beginning, and on top of that, what was it? Half of her face was smashed, right? That's the worst. That was my role, so, there was no way around it.
Nothing for you to worry about.
Oh, look, it's everybody's favorite boy. There he is.
The boy's alive! The boy's alive! Too meta for me. It's like one of those moments when you're watching anime and the last episode comes out and everybody's just like, wow, all of that was just so realistic. I can't believe we had to act through all of that. And they try to do like a behind the scenes skit, but it's just like this all a dream. Judging by the last episode, even below than the rest of it. It seems so. I think I remember seeing this horrible picture. Kind of like my entire body had been taken apart in this way.
Speaking of which, don't you think Cannon's last moments were the coolest? Even though he had the tables turned on him, it was a showdown with the culprit, right? It's a whole bunch better than our confusing last moments, right?
So, in the end, I was able to get a solid hit in.
Still, I think Cannon-kun's death was a big hint. After all, because of that, the existence of the 19th person was made clear.
That's right. At that time, everyone's location was obvious. So it was impossible for anyone other than some unknown 19th person to kill Cannon.
Beatrice from the beginning, over and over.
I don't want to believe it, but that does prove the culprit was a witch calling herself Beatrice. That That's right. There were many strange things that happened that a human couldn't do.
Okay, where's the punchline? Where's the punchline? Where's the other shoe? Where the fuck is the other shoe? I'm waiting for it to come along. I'm like pulling up a pocket watch and it's going.
Only a witch can do things like murdering Ava and that cool crew. A human can do it. Ew.
Not only is the existence of the person clear, but it's also obvious that this person has power of humans than you don't imagine.
In that case, I don't think there's anything wrong with calling this person Beatrice.
You probably met at the very end. Met with the golden witch. Watch Battler ruin it. Just watch Battler ruin it.
I kept saying Beatrice exists. It all went bad because no one ever believed. Ugh. Even one of our witch friends says that miracles won't occur if you don't believe. Ugh.
That's right. Beatrice-sama is generous to those who respect her. Well, Maria believed in Beatrice from the very beginning. But if that's the case, how do you explain why you and the rest were all killed? You guys believed in Beatrice just as much, right? If the song of the epitaph represented Beatrice-sama's resurrection ceremony, many sacrifices were needed. He must simply have been designated to be one of those.
I'm gonna call bullshit. Shannon, you know. At the very least, I wish the death would have been more peaceful and good. Aww.
Well, it's not like it hurt. Anyway, right now, I'm perfectly fine, so don't worry. After seeing him stroke Shannon's cheek, which had been crushed during the story, everyone laughed out loud, smiling.
Where's the other fucking shoe? It feels a bit weird saying this, but I was sure the story would fit into a standard mystery genre.
This music is way too happy. It's the Golden Land! It's a happy time!
What the fuck? No, it's way too happy and unassuming. This is why I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Music this happy doesn't happen after everybody dies. Music this happy doesn't happen after a whole mass murdering of death. This doesn't happen. It sounds way too happy. This sounds way too happy. I'm just waiting. I'm holding the shoe. I'm holding one shoe that dropped. Hold on. This is the shoe I'm holding. I'm waiting for the other one to drop. Where's my other shoe, game? Where's my other fucking shoe?
Is anyone on Team Insanity and the Golden Land is great and yay witches?
Waiting for it to get thrown at me. Okay, so here's my thing. I'm not saying Beatrice isn't real. I'm not saying the Golden Land isn't real. What I'm saying is, I'm saying that this is all some sort of bigger ploy, and it's not just going to end by saying, like, oh, everybody just has to die. That's like some massive cult murder thing.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I jumped into the tea party way too soon. Okay, hold on. So let me get this Google Doc pulled up here really quick.
Oh yeah, we had a thing. We had a thing to do.
So, alright. Okay, so we know... Okay, so we'll put Beatrice as a culprit. We'll put Maria as a culprit because I know Glad's thought that. Are there any other culprits you guys are thinking of? Like...
Why do I think Ava is going to be a part of this at some point?
So I got Beatrice and Maria down.
I feel like Ava could have done this too. But why would she kill herself if that was secretly his battler split personality? Let's hide that little tidbit for later. That might be true too.
Okay, so Battler as one?
Kenzo, maybe. Like, he just got the bad rap of it because this really was his fault.
Okay, so Kenzo. And do you want me to put Ava down?
Yeah, put Ava down too, just in case. I don't trust that bitch.
Okay. Okay, so I've got Beatrice, Maria, Battler, Kenzo, and Ava. Okay. So how many, or here, I'm gonna do it this way because this might be easier. Okay, so Beatrice. Okay, vote on with emojis, like the numbers, if you think Beatrice did it. I'm gonna take a tally. Give everybody a second.
This happy music is starting to scare me. Like, I get a tea party, but it sounds so civilized and so, like, docile and shit. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? You're gonna have to stop that bullshit right now. You're gonna have to stop that mess because I am starting to move right with you.
Okay, which I think Beatrice did it as well, so I'm gonna say 2. Okay. How many people think Maria did it?
Can we vote more than once, or is it just once?
No, you can vote more than once.
Okay, then yeah, I'm thinking Maria did it too. I think
Okay.
Maria had some sort of hand in it. There it is! There it is!
Clads is like mashing the button a bit.
Glasses.
Vote Maria, Beatrice. Okay, so
it's a double team.
Two for Maria, 3 for Beatrice, because I'm in the Beatrice camp. Anyone else vote for those 2, Beatrice and Maria?
I mean, other than Rocks, there isn't really anybody else in here. I mean, like, please vote in the comments.
Yeah, vote many comments. Okay.
Vote in the comments of what you think happened. No spoilers. No spoilers. Vote who you think is the true culprit. Right now, we've got.
No, you start. Yeah, you start throwing spoilers around. That's an immediate ban. I'm saying right now.
But I mean, like, this is gonna go up on YouTube too, right? So we just
yes,
gotta,
that's what I'm saying. Like, immediate deletion of your comment. No, like,
So like, it's either Beatrice or Maria or some sort of Beatrice Maria team up.
Mm-hmm.
It could be Kenzo.
Okay, so 1 for Kenzo.
Yeah, I think it could be Kenzo because he started this whole bullshit by going like, oh, I'm gonna invite all my family here and sacrifice them all to Beatrice so she can come back, I can get my gold back, and everybody will be like dead except for me because I'll be with my secret lover.
Yeah. Kenzo, okay, so 2. Alright, 2 for Kenzo.
Didn't turn out well for him because he got his killed.
No, not at all. Do you want to vote for Kenzo too, Rox? Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that's
okay.
Four,
so Maria.
So that's 5 votes. That's 4 votes for Kenzo.
No, 3.
3? You're not voting for Kenzo?
No. I'm on Team Beatrice, yo.
I mean, y'all taking a lot of sense. Who am I denying it? Oh. So next is like Battler's
Battler, yeah.
personality. Like, he dreamed all of this up just to go up on a murderous rampage. I don't think that.
Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody think Battler? I think he's too dumb. He's not clever enough to pull something like that off. Like, he's too stupid.
I feel like he's going to be fighting even in death against Beatrice.
He's too stupid.
He's not even a himbo, he's just dumb.
Yeah. Really just like a group.
Sound like an unsolved
Well, that's part of what
mystery.
makes this fun, because when this first came out over in Japan and stuff, that's how it was. People would go on message boards and forums, and they would talk about the mystery. Like, there was
Until
no...
all the games came out and they got an answer.
Yeah, there was no wiki or anything like that. Like, I mean, it was just people talking about it. But then that's why I think it's so much fun reading this with people who have never experienced it before. Because I didn't have anybody I could talk to about this when I played this the first time. So, this is a lot of fun.
You came at a good moment. Everybody's dead. Who do you think killed them all?
Got it. Okay, so we have 5 potential culprits written down here. I have it in a Google Doc, so we can come back to it later on.
Vote for who you think did it. You can vote for more than one person, but everybody's dead.
So we got Beatrice, Maria, Battler, Kenzo, and Ava as our potential culprits.
I think it's like some Beatrice Maria team up. Entirely Kenzo's fault, or maybe Ava had a hand in this.
Yeah. Okay, so so
It's
that's
kind of weird because she died, but still, I feel like Ava had a hand in this.
Okay, so I'm putting 1 vote for Ava. So T, who do you think did it?
What a way to welcome back Everybody's Dead. Like, everybody is dead. Everybody's dead and gone, and the only thing left behind were the mangled up bodies of Jessica, George, and Battler together, and Maria's fucking jawbone. That's all that's left.
They're all in the Golden Land.
Everybody's dead.
They're all in the Golden Land. It's fine.
No, everybody's dead.
What is that?
I don't even care if it's all done by magic. I just want to know who fucking did it, because there is no Golden Land. Golden Land is purgatory. They're even in fucking Purgatorio. It said before we even got to this scene that it was called Purgatorio. This is purgatory, and nothing can tell me otherwise. I don't care about this Tea Party bullshit. This is purgatory. Everybody's dead. Nothing is fine. Everybody's dead.
Oh my god, that picture Glad's put on there. I can't. That's
You
so
get that emoji out of here. Nothing is fine. Everybody's dead.
Everything is fine.
Everybody's dead. You can only live in denial for so long.
You really lived in denial, Justin. Hey man, Rox is right, okay? Like...
Really? No!
Yes.
Fuck that noise!
Alright, anyways. Okay, so T, who do you think did it?
T, spill us the tea. Spill us the tea, because I am about to lose my ever-fucking-loving
Dude, I've been
mind.
gone. I know, but, I mean, okay, like... what was the last thing you saw? Because I just realized I have no idea.
Dude, I've been gone.
Natsui had just been found with the... Okay, so they found Natsui, and then Maria ran up to Beatrice, and they saw her. They saw Beatrice, and then it just kind of like did a sort of fade to black kind of thing. And
with
there was
Maria and Beatrice laughing like crazy people.
Yeah, and so basically, after the typhoon passed and the police went over there, they found all the corpses and everything, and they found the mangled bodies of the children. And no one knows what happened. at all. And then I can't remember how many years it said, like, I don't know, some years later, they found a, Maria, yes. Maria's dead too. Because they found her jawbone.
The only thing they found of Maria was a jawbone.
And they were able to identify her by her dental records. And
a note she left.
Yeah, this fisherman finds this message bottle, basically, that had written on the piece of paper inside what transpired throughout the whole first episode, like, down as like a story. And basically at the end, she's like, I want whoever finds this to find out the truth. And left it at that. But because they couldn't, like, positively identify the children's bodies, they're just presumed missing. So, for all intents and purposes, Battler, Jessica, and George were swept away to the Golden Land, or whatever. But now we're at the tea party.
It's purgatory. Can we agree on the fact that this is purgatory? This is not the Golden Land. This is Purgatorio. See, even T's confused.
Yeah. But no, so we were just taking a little pause because I want to get a tally of how many people think...
You think the Golden Land's not the Golden Land, but Purgatory?
It's hell.
It's hell. This is, we're not there yet. I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're in hell yet. I think we're just chilling in Purgatory.
But no, what I'm wanting to know is who you think did it, because I'm keeping a tally of how many people...
It'll happen, but not yet.
Beatrice. Okay, so that's 5 for Beatrice.
You just think it's Beatrice? You can think of more than one person.
Yeah, we got Beatrice, Maria, Battler, Kinzo, and Ava. And I can repeat the list for you again if you need me to.
Battler, Maria, Jessica, and George. You think it's those guys? I don't think Jessica and George had anything to do with it. No. It's Battler, Maria, Beatrice, Ava, and Kinzo.
That's the list of potential culprits. Yeah, sorry.
So other than Beatrice, who do you think did it?
But you think she was
she worked with her?
like an accomplice?
Okay, so that's another vote for Maria, Beatrice, Pia.
And Coven culprits are the highest ranked right now. And we're gonna leave Battler at 0 because Gladys was just joking around.
She learned
on
about
that.
it and thought, ooh, this sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds like a very good reason.
That's a kid for you. Okay.
What?
Does anyone, before we proceed, want to throw out any, Ava?
So you think Ava too?
Ava was the starter. Yeah, she had the most to gain. That's right. She had the most to gain from it.
Maria wanted to go along with it because her mom, yeah.
It turns out the witch is real! Oh!
Yeah, real bitch. If she was that young and never was loved, then she'd do anything to feel that, yeah.
If she thought this would get her affection, she'd think of it as a game. Yeah.
You get no sympathy from me for this girl. I feel nothing for her.
I love Maria. She's a sweet baby angel.
That's because you played this game before.
So
You
just
played
my
this game
actions
before.
think
You
those should
can't.
be done
You
first.
can't fool me.
Okay.
Sorry, that was my phone all the way from the other side of the
alright.
on the other side of the world. I don't know, like eat her kneecaps.
Alright, so before we proceed, before we proceed, does anyone have any theories they want to share or anything like that, or do you guys want me to should we just continue?
Let's just finish this. Let's just finish this. Let's just finish this. I'm a bit surprised to find out that it's innocent. After all, the Western can't seem to shut away from the outside world of an isolated island. An inheritance problem on everyone's minds. It sounds just like a typical mystery novel to me.
Oh, they make a valid point. Say the servant Genji is what I'm guessing you're referring to.
I mean,
he may have followed
Genji-
through on this because he was so
Genji
loyal
would
to his
do it.
master.
Genji would do it because Kinzo told him to do it. Like if Kinzo said, I want to bring back Beatrice in like a manner of fit, and he orders Genji to do it, he has no choice.
So should we put
Genji has to do it because he was ordered to do it. He's essentially furniture. So we'd have to get everybody else in on this.
Alright, so should we put Genji down then?
Yeah, put one for Genji. I don't think he would do it. I don't think he... Because that basically leads back to Kinzo ordering Genji to do it.
Well, I'd have Maria down as a culprit, despite mainly people thinking she might be an accomplice, so I'll put Genji. One down for Genji. Okay. Same thing. No, I mean, it would be the same thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't...
Good
No,
to speculate.
yeah. Because, it doesn't matter who's telling her that. She believes a witch is so much that... and like you said, with her mom being abusive, she would do anything to get that affection from her. So it doesn't matter who's telling her. She would probably still roll with it. So...
But guys, for real now? For real? If this is happening to you, and some adult who you don't know comes up and says, just follow whatever I say, and I will make your parents and I will make sure your parents love you and your family loves you and get the love and deserve. Don't follow that bullshit. Please don't, because that is not the truth. And if an adult comes out of nowhere and says that if you do everything I say and believe in everything I say, I will get your parents and your family to love you the way you're supposed to be loved. That is not a real thing. Because holy crap, that's what I feel like Maria's going through right now. That's just wow.
Yeah.
GLaDOS thinks it's the whole fairies being real thing. Like, if you believe, friendship is magic. Like, oh god. Guys, remember, this is horror. This is horror.
Children's wishes are the strongest.
But this is horror. Clap your hands if you believe.
Oh god.
That reminds me of the professionally recorded. So this was back when I was like a young little child. I had a professionally recorded on video cassette of Peter Pan, and they had this moment where Peter Pan asks the audience to clap your hands if you believe to make Tinkerbell well again.
Yeah, they do that in the stage production of it.
And I'm like, oh, fuck, they got the kids in it on this.
Okay.
That does not look like clapping hands. It looks like flicking tongue.
Oh my god. Okay, moving on.
T, stop flicking your tongue at me. That's gross. No, T, get that away from me. Don't you dare blow raspberries at me. Even Chikai's like, in Treasure Island, a bunch of kids watching you get stabbed. What? We're gonna have to go on that later. Let's finish this.
It's not fantasy. Beatrice exists.
Yes, we understand. Beatrice-sama does exist.
That's right. Beatrice-sama does exist. I hate to admit it, but I've got no choice. Because it's obvious in the 19th person, a witch was involved.
I'm waiting for Battler. I'm waiting for Battler to just ruin this moment. Many things happen that be impossible for humans. During the story, we try to deny that in all sorts of ways. But now I can say for sure. Each crime, every single one, would have been impossible for a human. They'd be impossible to carry out unless it was the witch Beatrice using all of the power magic to provide.
The culprit was a witch. That point's perfectly clear. Long live Beatrice!
You wouldn't believe. I'm so glad.
And
Gods and witches might seem terrifying to people who are frightened of them, but I think they must be affectionate to those who believe in and respect them.
I think you're right.
So, this murder case game is finally over. Now's the time to pull ourselves together, try hard to solve the riddle of the epitaph. Just like Beatrice said, right?
I agree. Beatrice will definitely be happy.
Everyone ignored that letter during the story.
Even though it was thrust right in front of us, we almost completely ignored it. I kind of feel sorry for Beatrice-sama.
I got the epitaph written down right here. Let's all solve it. Let's all solve it.
This story probably went wrong ever since that time.
That may be so. Maybe we should have tried solving the epitaph riddle from the beginning, like Beatrice said. Well, it's a little late now. Even so, let's try solving it now and see if the witch forgives us. Let's go. Let's try to solve the riddle of the epitaph. It was something like, "Behold the sweet fish river running through my beloved hometown." Maria put her notebook on the table and opened to the page where the epitaph was written. Everyone stared at it, getting really into it as they started guessing this and that about the riddle. Started by the smell of black tea and freshly baked vanilla cookies, they spent the time comfortably and happily. Hold on a second, you guys.
There's the other shoe!
But Baylor spoke in a way that cut through the conversation. His expression looked a little unhappy. What could he not like about all of this fun? I've been listening to you guys for a while, but why did you all stop thinking? Why are you so sure that the witch was behind all this?
There it is!
Don't you realize something
There
like
it is!
that?
There's the other shoe!
Don't you realize something like that can't exist? With just those words, the happy atmosphere surrounding the tea party evaporated in an instant. George and Jessica, and Shannon and Cannon, and Maria, all of them stared blankly, wondering what in the world Battler was talking about. Even the foolish, arrogant battler realized that he hadn't chosen his words well.
Because isn't it clear that these crimes were impossible for a human?
That's right, that's right. None of the cases would have been possible for a human. That's true. After all, wasn't it full of things that humans couldn't explain?
I don't understand what you're saying, Battler-san.
I'm the one who doesn't have a clue what you guys are talking about. Isn't it obvious that humans committed these crimes? There's no way something like a witch exists, right?
God damn it!
Then, what about when I was killed in the storehouse and something horrible was done to half of my face? If the culprit was human, how could they have accomplished it? Well, it's hard to imagine how they did something that awful. But that was the Rose Garden storehouse, right? I'm sure there were plenty of weird tools in there. Let's say they used some electrical tools like a grinder or an electric saw. That's... Battler, stop, you're scaring Shannon. Then...
Boy!
Then, Battler...
Fucking boy!
How do you explain Grandfather's disappearance from the study when it was a closed room? Even though the door was sealed, Grandfather just suddenly disappeared, right?
He hopped up on Abstantine! He could have jumped out the fucking window!
We talked about that during the story, too. It's not impossible that Grandfather used some trick to fool the receipt. It's also possible that he went out the window, fell down, and Aunt Natsui locked the window from the inside. I could think of a bunch of tricks he could use without relying on magic. That makes sense, but...
In that case, Battler Kill, how do you explain the way my parents were killed with Kesper? The door was sealed by the lock and the chain. Naturally, the windows were sealed too. How do you think a human could have killed my parents?
Well, we did have to leave that trick alone during the story. Anyway, there's at least a good chance the culprit had a key. And it was possible to look in through the crack of the door that the chain allowed. I know this is a stretch, but it's possible some device was used through that crack. Like maybe they stuck something through it? Well, even though a door chain is incredibly simple, it's a big factor in setting up a closed room. Still, there's probably some closed room trick they could have used. If you bought some closed room mystery novels from the bookstore, you could probably find some trick that'd fit perfectly.
You dense motherfucker!
Anyway, I can't think of one now, but I claim that there's nothing humans can't do if they try hard enough.
Isn't that argument horribly irrational? It's just ridiculous to claim that it's possible for a human to do something, even though you can't explain how.
Why is that ridiculous? Why did all of you stop thinking? Even something that looks impossible has to be doable. Doesn't it always work like that? Battler, you're the one being ridiculous. If you think a human could have done it, try explaining how. You can't, can you? And you're okay with saying the culprit is a witch just because I can't explain it? With that argument, all the unsolved crimes in the world could be resolved by saying a witch is the culprit.
Battler, you're sidestepping the issue and you aren't explaining anything. We're saying a human couldn't have done it. Therefore, the culprit is something that isn't human. And that something is a witch. And yet you keep arbitrarily...
She's saying so many big words for her age. She's 9. She's fucking 9. Did we all forget she's 9?
Well, I mean, Japanese education is,
No, even then!
way better than ours.
Even then!
The demon child is telling you you're an idiot.
Exactly. Even then, a 9-year-old. No, I defy you, little child.
And yet you keep arbitrarily deciding that witches are impossible, even though you can't explain anything. It's almost like humanity was during the Dark Ages. Like those fiends who claim the heavens spun around the earth. Those who said that the earth couldn't be spinning even though they couldn't explain why.
That kind of argument kind of pisses me off. So
Great. Now you made him more angry into stupidity. Thanks, guys.
So this is basically what you're trying to say. If I can't explain how a human could do it, then I must accept that the culprit is a witch?
It's not like we're forcing you to go that way. You were just wondering on what basis you can say such nonsense.
Oh!
No, here's what I don't understand though. Basically, Battler's trying to apply logic to this.
Yeah.
I'm not downing him for applying logic, because if you realize this, that's what a lot of people are trying to do nowadays, is apply logic to a situation that seems impossible and improbable.
Yeah.
That is the way that he understands it.
Nonsense? Hey, have I really been saying something that weird just now? Am I the one who's crazy? You guys are really starting to freak me out.
Battler's when I died in the boiler room, I was killed by a 19th person who shouldn't exist. Can you explain how a human could have done that? At that time, the location of the each was unknown. Even so, I was killed.
Yeah, boy, I've got one word for you. Crossbow.
We talked about that in the story as well, right? Kumasawa Bachan, for example. She said she followed right after you and headed down to the boiler room, but we can't know for sure whether that was a lie or not. For all we know, she might have entered the boiler room with you and caught you by surprise. Or maybe when you stepped into the boiler room, you activated some kind of trap, one that might have been set up to hit you with one of those ice picks. After all, the stink of Grandfather's body was coming from the incinerator. Someone was bound to go and check, so if the culprit just set up a trap beforehand, they could easily have stayed away from that place and used the time of Canon-kun's death to create an alibi. You talk about a trap in the boiler room, but what kind of trap could that be?
I mean, like, really, dude? What the fuck? Stop this! You're scaring all your brainwashed friends.
That's all it could possibly be. That's right. Following his death, everyone immediately ran up to the boiler room. We didn't find any kind of weird device, did we? That was some kind of trap that had been killed.
Well, I don't know that. But anyway, they must have used some kind of clever trap, or maybe someone's lying. Or what about this? Canon-kun, what if the whole thing was just you play acting? That's it, you were play acting. Aunt Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi were also play acting. They made the closed room themselves and were only pretending to be dead. Battler, has your head been, feeling okay? Should I bring some cold drinks? Don't look at me with those pitying eyes. I'm not saying something that crazy, right? I'm just pointing out some possibilities you might find if you think of it all as a trick. Look, isn't it a pretty classic trick in mystery stories to have one of the victims just be playing dead?
Classic trick.
In other words, when Canon-kun was killed, we knew for sure where all the rest of us were. And let's assume that Kumasawa Bachan wasn't lying. But that's only counting the survivors. What if the culprit pretended to be dead and joined a group of real victims so we'd lose track of them and then acted on their own later? Everything would be explained. Huh? So, are you trying to say that Aunt Ava or one of the others was the culprit? But didn't Dr. Nanjo confirm all of their deaths as a doctor?
He could have been lying. Insanity, add Dr. Nanjo to the list.
Okay. Hold on. Alright. Oh, okay. Nanjo. Alright, how many votes for Nanjo right now?
Because when you think about it, he is a licensed doctor, but he could be lying. He's human just like the rest of them.
You sound like a business meeting. This is way more entertaining than a business meeting, okay? Okay, so 3 for Nanjo. T, do you want to throw one on Nanjo?
I mean, if you can fake a death...
Yeah, okay.
If you can fake a death, then you can fake a time of death, too.
Do you really have anything to gain from? No, I don't think so. Not
anybody
at all.
has a chance, but anybody has a chance to win the game.
I don't think he really had anything to gain from it, to be honest.
His life.
I mean, he was literally just like, yeah, I don't blame you, Rox.
That's fair, Rox. That's fair. You have a thing against actors. That's okay. I mean, like, this is just me throwing my hat into the ring. Because, I mean, think about it. It could happen. It could happen. I'm not saying it did. I'm just saying it could. That's me throwing my hat in the ring.
Yeah.
That's right. Dr. Nanjo took all of the victims. Rather, Summer, for your theory to work, wouldn't Dr. Nanjo have to be one of the culprits too?
Yeah, that's right. Once you consider that Dr. Nanjo might have been one of the culprits who faked the proclamation of death, the whole story changes. See, that's also a classic trick in mystery novels, isn't it?
But Dr. Nanjo was also killed, right?
Well, I mean, after the whole thing was said and done, he was killed before Natsuhi, so...
About that. That's right, Dr. Nanjo faked his death. After all, there wasn't anyone except Dr. Nanjo who could examine corpses properly, and everyone was really confused then anyway. We didn't have any spare time to check and see if he still had a pulse. With this theory, any one of the dead people could have been walking around.
Boy!
I think it would have been hard for the 6 of us who died in the beginning to do that. After all, the shutter was closed, and there was a padlock that couldn't have been opened from the inside. Oh, yeah, she's right. That's right! Mom was holding on to that key. So was Mom one of the culprits too? Well, them's fighting words. Wait a sec. Maybe it wasn't possible for the first 6, but in the case of Aniki's parents, the door was only locked on the outside. So they could have opened it from the inside. That's right, after we left the room, maybe they jumped out the window and got to the boiler room first.
They were all in on it, but didn't know they were all in on it.
Is that too much of a stretch? Or maybe Dr. Nanjo made a mistake when examining the corpses? Look.
Okay, now you're just grasping at straws here.
Look, he said it himself, right? He said there's a very high probability of making a mistake when examining corpses. If you disguised it well enough or prepared a substitute body, you could fake your own death. Battler, that's not how it works. Let's leave the method or trick they used for later. And you see, it's not that hard to deny a 19th person existed, right? Much less a witch, right? At least that much is completely impossible.
I'm trying so stubbornly to say that one of us is the culprit. In other words, you want to suspect one of your relatives?
That's not it. It's just, I can't easily accept that a 19th person existed. And even if one did, I think we should construct our argument from the point of view that the culprit was a human. I'll only accept that it's a witch in desperation, at the very end, after everything else has been disproved. There's no way witches exist, right? Why has everyone been casually accepting that the culprit was a witch? I think it's
Because they're fucking glamored and brainwashed in this purgatory.
I think it's great how your family love makes you hate the thought that someone close to you is a murderer. But is it okay to let that fool you? Don't you want to find the detestable culprit who killed so many people? Aniki, don't you want to avenge your parents? Jessica, don't you want to avenge Canon-kun? And Canon-kun, don't you want to avenge Shannon-chan? Shannon-chan, you should at least want to know who it was that killed you. Why has everyone totally surrendered and decided that the culprit was a witch? What's wrong with all of you? The foolish and short-tempered battler tried to force his ignorance on the others and yelled at them. However, everyone just looked at him pityingly, silently watching over him. At that time, the wise Maria laughed and pointed out Battler's mistake.
Okay, we're no longer in the story's narration. This is somebody else's narration. Because none of this is sensible. None of this is sensible at all.
I'm shocked. All I see is you repeating this nonsense, thinking you figured something out, Battler.
Hocus pocus, himbo.
Hocus pocus, himbo.
Oh? What a human doing. In practical terms, I mean. I imagine you'll say, I just can't think of anything now, or with some kind of odd device, using abstract words to run away and evade the topic. What I really want to know, Battler, is this. Why don't you believe in Beatrice? She exists, so why don't you believe?
Because she doesn't exist. Witches don't exist. There's no way. It was almost like a spoiled child who just doesn't want to accept something. The pitying gazes quietly closed in around Battler, but they didn't reach his stubborn heart. You realize that you're acting just like a spoiled brat throwing a tantrum, right? Battler-sama, I understand your feelings, but...
Beatrice does exist. Why don't you believe? Even though there's so much truth.
I don't accept the argument that the witch must have been behind everything just because I can't explain it. Does this mean that if you don't know how a light bulb shines, then magic is the cause? That's wrong, isn't it? There's nothing that can't be explained without magic. All of this about witches and magic is just abdication of thought. You just surrendered and gave up because you don't understand what happened. Isn't that right?
Well, unsurprisingly, it looks like you alone won't believe no matter what, Battler. If even a single person doesn't believe, the miracle will occur. So if you don't rethink it, it will appear as a miracle. The magic will be complete.
Now I see. I finally figured it out. So, in other words, you guys are trying to force me to say the witch exists, right? A lie that everyone accepts becomes the truth. Is that what this is all about? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I keep going on about this, but what you're doing is all useless. I refuse. You guys are all pressing me, and that's why it's all useless.
Why?
Sorry, but why don't you let me spin the chessboard around one last time? If you want to force me to accept that there's a witch, there's a really easy way, and it's not the indirect way of saying it must be a witch because humans couldn't have done it. All you have to do is show me a witch doing it with magic. Furthermore, what Maria said earlier is what'll really dig her grave. You said that if even one person doesn't believe, a miracle won't occur. But real miracles happen whether people believe in them or not, even if I alone don't believe. So any miracles or magic or witches that exist only because I believe in them are downright lies. The uneasy mood following Battler's ignorant rant was blown away by a very soft and light laugh.
I feel like this is the person we've all been waiting for, just coming out of the woodwork and just clapping her hands like a fucking asshole.
Whose laugh? Battler was surprised. He had never heard that voice before. When he looked at George and Jessica, at Shannon and Cannon and Maria, he noticed that they had suddenly gone respectfully silent.
Yep.
Yay!
Up, bitch!
Best girl, best girl, best girl, best girl. Yes.
Fuck
Sorry.
that. Nope.
I
Nope.
love her. I love
Nope.
her. I love her.
Nope.
Yes,
Nope.
she is my favorite.
Nope.
Hold on.
Nope.
I want to see her in the dress.
Nope.
Ah! She's beautiful. Look at those nails. Yes, queen. Yes. I love her so much. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
Every fiber in my being is afraid of this person, and I can understand why. Demon!
I love her so much.
Demon!
Ah!
Be
Sorry.
gone, sinner!
No.
Leave me alone! I defy you!
She's best girl. Best
I
girl.
defy you! Natsuhi was best girl, and she killed Natsuhi. She's immediately the worst person.
I think this is Maria.
I know, I'm trying to clear my... There are two types of people!
Beatrice.
Alright. How amusing.
Go ahead, do your thing, let's get this over with.
I haven't met such a charming human for quite some time. What? Who are you? Don't you even know the host of the tea party you were invited to? How amusing indeed.
Beatrice, the golden witch who has lived for 1,000 years.
There it is. Beatrice, the golden witch who has lived for 1,000 years. She has surpassed the limits of humans and, like demons, will sometimes appear in response to the summons made by humans to offer her power in exchange for a price. She likes black tea and ice cream. She hates boredom and people who deny her existence.
Aha!
Oh, that
She
dress!
hates boredom!
I love
She
the dress.
hates boredom! Fucking bitch!
It is an honor to be graced with your presence, Beatrice-sama. This guy's just stubborn, and, he still doesn't understand the situation he's in. What a treat this is. Most witches get tired of living after the first 1,000 years. How nice it is to meet a man with backbone such as yourself every once in a while.
It is quite an honor to be present when Beatrice shows herself, Battler.
How astonishing. Are you really that desperate to make me believe that a witch, that a 19th person is the culprit? This is starting to get interesting. And it's all useless. It must be the illusion that Maria and the others call the witch Beatrice. And you'll only be allowed to exist if everyone believes it. You have that kind of a half existence, right? That's why you want to make me believe too. You can't exist because I alone don't believe in you. Isn't that right? Your powers of comprehension aren't bad for a mere commoner who knows nothing of magic. Yes, it seems you were born with a strong magic-resisting power. You're a natural enemy of us witches. No matter how much we turn your world upside down, you never believe in us. Therefore, the magic won't succeed. I accept that attitude of yours. I've got no clue what you're saying. It's very kind of you to go to all of the trouble of showing yourself to us, but I don't believe you exist in the slightest. That was weird.
What in the world was that?
I don't know. Oh, it's fucking McAfee. God damn, go away. It's true.
Oh, McAfee, be gone, you bitch.
It's true. The real bitch all along was McAfee.
Yes! Be gone, you salty wench!
It's true that many strange things happened during those 2 days. Like Maria said earlier, even though I think all of the tricks could be explained, I still can't lay out the practical details of each one.
Because you're not smart enough.
However,
you don't have the IQ. You
Yeah.
have the tenacity to be stubborn, but you don't have the IQ to explain it.
However, that doesn't mean I'll surrender. I'm different from the rest of them, got it? I'll never accept that it was a work of a witch just because I can't explain it. This keeps getting more amusing. Making you surrender will be worth my while. You're just the kind of man I'd like to force into praising my name. I'd love to try making a man like you kiss my toes.
Guys, little tidbit here. This is what you call a sadist. This woman is who you call a sadist. Beware of people like her. She will make your life a living hell.
Well, I mean, unless you're a masochist.
No, even then, masochists have to learn. Masochists have to fucking learn that if the only thing that a sadist, like, looks at you or gives you the time of day is because they want you to fucking bleed, that, no, not at all. That gives away from sadism just for the pure fun of it, and to be, like, if they don't care for you afterwards and just leave you there to bleed, that's not sadism, that's abuse.
If you want to talk nonsense, talk all you want. I deny you exist. I'll explain all these events with humans and tricks. There's no room for even a speck of magic or witches.
I defy you!
Wonderful! What a perfect way to divert oneself from 1,000 years of boredom. Then let me ask you. A short while ago, you said that using the crack in the door would be sufficient to kill Eva and Hideyoshi, right? Explain how they could have been killed using some human trick. Heh. Suddenly jumping right into the toughest part, are you? Does that mean that this is the trick you're proudest of? Miss
Wait,
Real
hold
Culprit?
on. Before we continue. Their room had windows, right?
Yeah, but they were locked. And there was no window in the bathroom where Hideyoshi was.
The smile on my face. Keep going.
Yeah, there was no window in the bathroom.
No, keep going.
And it was locked from the inside. It was a closed room.
I know, but just keep going. Just keep going.
With the shake of her golden pipe, gentle, multicolored smoke trailed out of the end. The smoke quickly obscured their surroundings, and they were suddenly in the hallway of the mansion.
Epilepsy warning.
The door in front of them, slightly open but secured by the chain, was... That's right, it's the door to the room where Eva and Hideyoshi were killed. And a nice trick. Very well. Show me what you would do through this small crack, Battler. They probably had some device to shoot those ice picks. If they used that... How would they reach Eva over on the bed when you can't see that far through this crack? And how would they reach Hideyoshi in the bathroom with the door shut? Damn. There's a crack. There should be some way. If you can't think of one, allow me. Oh? How would a witch do it? Come on, let's see your little trick. How nice, how nice. What a charming man. That will make it even more fun to force him into submission.
GK!
You really want to make me kiss your toes that much?
No. He's working out like Rodolfo here. He's just working himself into a corner because he can. Really? Oh my god, no! No.
Dude, I ship them so hardcore. So hardcore, and I will be surprised
come on,
if at least... No, I will be
stupid as all
surprised.
hell.
I will be surprised if at least one of you doesn't ship this by the time we're done, okay? I'm saying that right now. Okay.
He's stupid as all hell.
You really
She
want
could do better. She fucked with Kinzo, for God's sakes.
You really want to make me kiss your toes that much? Only if I surrender. But watch. I'll definitely expose this trick, and then I'll make you kiss my ass instead. What a delightful man. I'll remember that promise. Weak witches kiss the behinds of demons to gain power, because there's no more humiliating oath. Just being told that makes me want to force you into surrender. Paying no mind to Battler's worthless ranting, Beatrice once again shook the golden pipe. That's right, that golden pipe was her precious magic cane. Come, arise, children. I am the guide of purgatory. Forgive the deadly sins and hold the 7 stakes. Guided by those magic words which sounded like a command, 7 stakes gathered. They were the stakes of the 7 demons, symbolizing the deadly sins of sinful people. Beelzebub and Asmodeus, come, forgive the sins. Release the spirits of the sinners. What? The pigs of Beelzebub and Asmodeus responded to Beatrice's call. The 2 stakes of the demons were sucked in through the crack of the door, like billiard balls struck by a cue stick. Then, several scattered noises refracted through the wall, making a sound like a woodpecker. And at the end, a pleasant sound could be heard.
I hated all of that.
Yeah, get used to dreading that sound. Like,
no, I hated everything. I hated every little bit of that. No, fuck that shit, nope.
It was a small, satisfying sound like the one heard when someone is chopping firewood and the falling axe neatly and easily slices through the wood. It was the sound of the 2 pigs burying themselves deep into Ava's and Hideyoshi's foreheads.
Nope.
Right? Right down the middle. Want to see? They definitely heard 2 sounds like a pair of foreheads being split open. Valor wasn't permitted to see it, since he was on the other side of the door, but those 2 had died again, and the second time they lay not an inch apart from where they had lain the last time, with the exact same blood spray as before.
Fuck this crazy
moron.
bitch!
You moron! That's insane! You think you could just kill them like that? I can kill them. I can kill them just like this.
Guys, no, I'm sorry. I don't like. Nope. Hell no.
Suddenly, they were no longer in the hall, but seated at the tea party they had started from. Everyone but Battler was sitting meekly, but Cannon was moaning, fresh blood dangling from his mouth. What a rude thing to do at a tea party. Satan's stake was buried deep into Cannon's chest. Cannon-kun! Cannon-kun! Damn it! Battler was the only one getting agitated. George, Jessica, Shannon, everyone else was meekly hanging their heads like students being yelled at by their teacher. Cannon was captivated by a trifling anger and tried to disturb my banquet. Being easily captivated by anger is your deadly sin. Cleanse yourself, repent, and do it over. Beatrice-sama, please forgive him. I think Cannon-kun has repented enough. Wonderful. I am generous to those who respect me. Don't screw with me! Do you think I'll accept your existence because of this cheap act? Like hell you're a 1,000-year-old witch. Your tricks aren't 1,000 years old, they're just the sum of a century of classic tricks from the mystery genre. There's no such thing as magic. Definitely not. All of the crimes can be explained with humans and tricks. You would explain my 1,000 years with 100 years of humans? Good, good. This is precisely why I've taken a liking to you.
Foolish battler.
Cut it out, Babacan. You can't go against the witch.
Shannon started moaning, holding her cheek. Maybe she had a toothache, but apparently it wasn't a toothache after all. A slight redness spread across the cheek Shannon was holding. It looked like that redness was causing Shannon unbearable pain. Her fingers were pressing in against her cheek, and drops of sweat appeared all over her body.
Shannon! Hang in there. Hang in there!
What's going on? Damn it, what the hell is that red stuff?
You fucking know well what it is.
It expanded rapidly, covering half of Shannon's face. Then the stupid dunce battler finally realized.
Please, Babacan. Please believe in Beatrice. I beg you. You won't believe because you're mad. You won't believe. The magic is dissolving!
For the first time in his life, Battler heard that sound like a pomegranate splitting. The red spray even landed on Battler's face. Poor Shannon's face had been split in half, and her last horrible moments in that storehouse were repeated once again.
Check, please. I want to get off this ride. Please let me get off this ride and never come on again. Please let me just let me get off this fucking ride. Shannon! Shannon!
Damn it! Damn it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Don't humiliate the dead! Don't humiliate the dead! This time, the redness spread across George's entire body. It was like the beautiful cloud drawn by milk when it's poured into black tea. It spread out and extended across his entire body. As it did, it seemed to give George increasingly greater pain. Looking at this bizarre spectacle, Battler was petrified as he frantically thought with his pitifully clumsy imagination about the nature...
now I'm really thinking Beatrice is narrating all of this.
About the nature of the strange death George and the rest were experiencing. Eventually, that redness reached the nearby Jessica as well. So stop it! Stop it! Stop it! What did Aniki do? What did Jessica do? Just stop it! Battler, don't let the witch break your spirit. Deny her. Erase her. As long as at least one person denies her, she's an illusion that can't exist. Are you okay, Jessica? No, she's not. What, Aniki? George was no longer recognizable as a human. He looked like the pile of leftover meat after the good, delicious meat has been scraped off to be cooked. The only thing that even resembled a human was the shape of his lower jaw and ribcage. And it was clear that Jessica, who was covered with a steadily strengthening redness, was approaching the same fate. Maria, it's all over your body too! I revive all the dead with my magic. But as long as you don't believe, that magic will hold no true power. But I'm sure that a man like yourself won't surrender to something like this, right?
Fuck you!
Didn't want to tell her friend. He used to face reality and gave in to the wit. But Battler
Jessica. Hey, that was good last words, so we're keeping it, whatever. Jessica! Jessica! Gah! Poor Jessica met the same end. Just like George, she ended up like a butcher's leftovers. George and Jessica were now so destroyed, melted and mixed up it was impossible to tell them apart.
Beatrice will destroy the dead over and over. So there's nothing to be sad about. So even if we die, we're still just playing.
The redness began eating into the whole of Maria's body. The foolish battler watched and screamed. I won't forgive you, I'll never forgive you! A witch? Magic? I'll risk my body and soul to deny you. No matter what happens, I can't accept you. Now that you've gone so far to piss me off, I'll never forgive you. I won't forgive, I definitely won't forgive you! You'll regret making me, Ushiro a battler, your enemy. I'll deny you no matter what. No matter how baffling things get, it can all be explained by humans. I'll erase every cell of you from this world. Well said. Battler, was it? That's just the thing to divert me from my 1,000 years of boredom. Come, explain. Try explaining it all with humans and tricks. And learn how low the humans are. Let's see if what humanity has built up in 100 years can oppose my 1,000 years. That's what will make forcing you to submit so pleasant. So tell me, you who call yourself Battler, what about Maria's letter? How the 6 were killed? The shutter? The receipt sill? The closed room with the chain? Cannon in the boiler room? Genji and the others in the lounge? Natsui's suicide? The riddle of the epitaph? The location of the hidden gold? Yes, Battler, why don't you show me the power of humans? Ah!
Yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck all of that. I'm done with this. I'm sorry, y'all. No.
Gotta admit though, the music's pretty boppin'.
The music is bopping, but that story of all those characters, Beatrice, fuck that all shit. Fuck all that shit. The music does slap, but fuck this whole entire story. Just fuck this shit.
Oh, it's such a good story, though. Like
No!
This is like just the tip of the iceberg, though. That's you guys have no idea.
That's the thing. I just want to give up, and I just went through the first story. I just want to give up on this now.
Well, that's why.
I feel sick to my stomach right now.
That's why we're gonna take a break from it for a little bit. Which, if you don't feel up to narrating, that's perfectly fine.
Why is Battler Umineko a dumb fuck? Magic blatantly exists to him, though, because that's why. At least he's still got his look. It's true, he's a good-looking boy. Guys! Not even his looks will save him. That's the only thing. Like, he's just a dumb bitch. Mr. Umineko.
Mr. Siegel?
Yeah, my stomach is just insane right now. I can't anymore. Yeah, Uchiromiya. Oh my god, this entire thing made me sick to my stomach. I can't.
I'm sorry. No, it's alright.
I'm lucky I'm getting a palate cleanser tomorrow. This is just, holy fucking shit. You know about every minute of that? Thanks! I hated it!
I was so excited, because I've been waiting for this, like, this whole time. Just waiting for her to show up. Think of all the poor people that had to wait like a year before the next episode came out or whatever, however long it took.
And you can just get onto it with a click of a button. Oh, we got more extra.
Yeah. I know it's 12:30 my time and 1:30 yours.
Well, 3 minutes to 1:30.
Yeah. It's the first compilation. So we could, yeah, we'll stop here for the night.
I mean, like, you're gonna continue this at some point. I'm dipping out. I'm taking my head out of the ring.
Yeah, so maybe next Friday I'll go ahead and do this. The tea party of those who are not human will do the second tea party. Plus it'll give me a chance to, go through some of the older videos when I was doing it by myself to kind of refresh, like, how I was doing the voices then. Because I'm going to have to refresh my memory. So hopefully I can make people not sound exactly the same, but I will do my best.
As long as you try your best.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. It's fine.
I am going to keep going with this, though, because...
You lightweight
Yes! 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 Just, dude, I hope you ship them as hard as I do by the end of it, which you probably will.
No, but here's the thing. You say Team Kit suffers compilation. I've told you this time and time again. I'm a soft bitch. I can't handle back-to-back-to-back pain and suffering. I need a palate cleanser. If people are going to make me suffer, I'm just going to get sick. I don't. The world is already suffering enough. Reality is already suffering enough. You can try and make yourself suffer more in a different way. That's your shtick. I'm rip y'all, but I'm different.
No, you're okay. Like I said, like next Friday I'll do the question marks. And then after that I'll take a break because I could do some Minecraft or
like after that I'll try and see if we can't play Monster Prom.
Yeah, because I've got it on Steam, so
like I'll see if we can't. Oh, we could play Jackbox too, but my desk won't. Okay, so update on the whole items thing. I'll still have to use my USB mic because the money for my unemployment has yet to come in. I got that situated out, so I just have to keep filling out this stuff that I have to fill out. But my desk will come in on Monday. My PC is already here. I'm going to get my monitor tomorrow, that or order it by tomorrow at some point. And everything should be all ready and set to be like put together and added together and tested out. And hopefully by this Friday, I should have everything ready and prepared to like test out and try out. Hopefully I'll be able to do everything on my new computer.
Yeah, because I mean, well, you know what? And I get paid Friday too, so I could probably get Jackbox. Since it's not too pricey. But yeah, we'll do. Yeah, I want to finish. I want to do this this upcoming next Friday, just so that way I can call episode 1 done. Because it's still not done.
No, it's not done until the question marks.
Yeah. So once that's done, we will take a break. And that'll give people time to look over the epitaph again, see if they want to try to take a crack at it, think of theories of some of the different murders that had happened, things like that. But yeah, then we'll have a little palette cleanser, or I'll do something like continue the House and Fata Morgana that I kind of abandoned to do this. I know Rox has probably been going crazy waiting for that to continue.
You want to know why I want to do the Jackbox series? because in Jackbox there are 2 games that I like. One is You Don't Know Jack, which has gotten a really good, which has gotten an update. But I like the old You Don't Know Jack because that was kind of funny. But then there's also this one game called Trivia Murder Party, and I love Trivia Murder Party. You had You Don't Know Jack? Oh my god! I'm gonna try and figure out how to get that. Because I know you can still get You Don't Know Jack.
But yeah, we can play, we'll play some other stuff, and in like a couple of weeks we'll see how everybody's feeling. And again, Kit, even if you decide not to continue with this, that's perfectly fine, it's a-okay. I'm just glad you came along for the ride this far. It was a lot of fun, so thank you
What
for
a wild
helping me.
fucking ride this has been.
You saved my throat.
Shit!
But alright guys, if you're watching on YouTube, which, well, that'd be the only way you'd be watching this, go ahead and give a like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know who you think the culprit is. Give us any theories, stuff like that. No spoilers, please. None. And yeah, I will see you guys, tomorrow night with some of The Last of Us. So that should be fun.
Have a good weekend, y'all. If you guys are going outside, stay safe and wear a fucking mask.
Yes,
for God's
please.
sake. Even if life is giving some semblance back to normal, you still have to wear a fucking mask. Be safe. It's still summer. For those of you who are in the direct position of the tropical storm that's coming by, make sure you keep on that and make sure you have everything prepared. And you guys have a good weekend.
Alright, thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Bye.